Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Andrea Dzaki Nabhani with the name 2024-0510-128. And here I want to explain about 5 of 6 questions that is on the Competency Test 3 AIK 2 based on the Muhammadiyah perspective. So for number 1 is marriage pillars and conditions. In Islam, especially Muhammadiyah, a marriage must follow certain rules. They're divided into pillars and conditions, or we can say in bahasa rukun and syarat. So for the first is pillars of marriage, or rukun nikah. These are essential elements. Without them, the marriage is not valid. So it is must be in the marriage. So number 1 is groom. Yes, the male partner, or we can say a man. And that man must be known, identified or verified, and agrees to marry. Agrees to marry. Okay, agrees to marry. And number 2 is bride, or female partner. Must be a woman who is legally allowed to marry the groom, not a mahram, not an iddah. And number 3 is wali, or we can say the guardian. Who is wali? We can say wali is a male relative of the bride. Usually her father, he must approve the marriage. And number 4, 2 witnesses. The male, adult, Muslim, trustworthy. They must witness the ijab and qabul marriage over an acceptance. Number 5, ijab and qabul. Yes, it's the important part. Offer and acceptance. When the wali says, I marry you to my daughter, and the groom says, I accept her as my wife, it must be clear and in the same session. And for the condition itself, conditions of marriage must also meet these rules. Number 1 is free consent, or we can say both bride and groom must agree willingly, without force. Number 2, the couple must be lawful to each other, not mahram, not already married. And number 3 is marriage should be registered legally. Muhammadiyah stresses this to avoid social and legal problems. And Muhammadiyah strongly advises that marriage should be officially recorded, not just religious, to protect women, children, and family rights. And number 2 is nikah siri, or we can say in English is secret marriage. Yes, a marriage that is not registered with the government or KUA. Yes, but still follows Islamic rituals. In the Muhammadiyah's point of view, the rukun and the shara are fulfilled, including wali and witnesses. It is followed religiously, but it is not recommended. Why? Number 1, the wife has no legal rights, no inheritance, no legal divorce, no court protection. Okay, and the next is children may have no legal father, nor not registered, And the next is it can lead to abuse, denial, and broken families. And the next is goes against Islam's goal of protecting rights, or maqasid syariah. And Muhammadiyah always says that always marry legally and officially to prevent harm. We always see that in almost the secret marriage in Indonesia is fulfilled with the full of conflict, we can see. And most of them is because of nikah siri is not protected legally, so they cannot protect themselves. So this have to be officially and legally to the KUA. Okay, and the next is number 3 is about types of divorce or talak. Number 1 is talak raj'i, or reversible divorce. When the husband says, I divorce you for the first time or second time, and wife is in iddah or waiting period, and husband can take her back with a new marriage during iddah. After it ends, they must remarry with a new contract, or we can say revocable. Number two is talak bain, or final divorce. The divorce that cannot be taken back without the new marriage contract. There's two types. Number one is bain sugro, or minor final, like when divorce happens before sex or iddah ends without rujuk. And bain kubro, or major final, after three divorces, cannot remarry unless wife marries another man, then divorces. Okay, and number three is talak sunnah. When the divorce given the right way, when wife is not menstruating, husband has not had sex with her in that clean period. This is correct and recommended way to divorce. And number four is talak bid'ah. Divorce given the wrong way, and it is happened during the menstruation or postpartum bleeding, or after sex in the clean period. Yes, this is very sinful, but still counts. You have to prevent this. Talak bid'ah, you guys have to prevent, okay? And number four is the differences between talak, husu, and fasakh. For the first is talak. What is talak? Talak is mean husband divorced the wife. And who initiate that? Of course the husband. And there is no compensation. And can they reunite? Yes, if that was talak raj'i and in iddah period. Next is hulu. It is wife asks for divorce and offers money or dowry back to husband. Who initiated that? Of course the wife, and there is a compensation. And can they reunite? No, unless new marriage. And fasakh. Fasakh means that divorce granted by the judge due to serious reason like abuse, illness, and apostasy. Who initiated that? Of course the wife, via court. Difference with the hulu. So for the fasakh is via court and there is no compensation. And can they reunite? No, unless new marriage, same like hulu. And in Muhammadiyah, Muhammad recognized that all three as valid in Islam, but hulu needs both sides to agree. So the wife and the husband needs to agree. And fasakh is done in religious court for strong reasons. This protects women's rights if the marriage is harmful or unfair. Going to the next question, I will answer for types of iddah or waiting period. For the iddah itself, it means the time when a woman must wait before remarrying after divorce or husband's death. So number one is iddah for divorce or talak. Is if menstruating, you have the wife must wait 3 menstrual cycles, and if no menstruation, too young or old, it's 3 months. And if pregnant, it is until birth, until the baby is birthed. And number two is iddah for death of husband. The wife must wait 4 months and 10 days if it's not pregnant. And if pregnant, until baby is born or the birth. Yes. And number three is iddah for hulu or fasakh. Usually is just use the 1 menstrual cycle, and some scholars say follow the same as divorce iddah. And during iddah, we have to remind that the woman cannot marry anyone. So, and the husband can take her back if it's talak raj'i and still within the iddah period. Women should not leave home unnecessarily. Unnecessarily means that the woman must keep in the house of the husband. And Muhammadiyah emphasized iddah is for protecting lineage, giving time to reconcile, and respecting the marriage. Okay, thank you for your attention. Maybe this is all from me. I'm sorry if there's a mistake, because all the mistake come from me and all the truth come from Allah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.